Okay, here we are. Brought some incense. Oh, that is upside down. Flint Candle Co. Vanilla Patchouli. Highly recommend this brand. It's very good. And I finally remembered. I know no one's here yet. I'm just talking to myself. But I finally remembered to hit the record button before I actually went live. So, the one video VOD that is already on my profile, and this one should be going up to YouTube at some point. We will see. Oh shoot, I forgot I was gonna make myself a bowl of food. I will be right back. Okay, I'm back and I have food. Major Drum says that was a cool transition. Thank you. I cannot take any credit for it because it came with the Streamlab free what have you. But yeah, I'm pretty pleased with it too. It very conveniently fits my aesthetic, so no complaints. How is the volume balanced between the music and stuff? I had to tweak the settings. Ooh, sorry. I had to tweak the settings a little bit before I came on this time. Delicious. Delicious. Pretty balanced. Okay. I'll take your word for it because you're the sound expert. Oh yes, I'm glad I grabbed this. I definitely do not like doing readings on a grumbly tummy. Grumbly tummy. There we go. Pop my earphones back in. My earphones. Oh my god, I sound like my grandmother. Okay. Yay! Now I hear the music too. Okay. Spooky! You naughty girl joining from work. Get out of my face. Okay. So I brought... I say that like I don't have all of my decks, just right here. But today I grabbed for us something in my eye. Well, I'm glad that you snuck on. I appreciate you popping in. But I also brought for us 2 Oracle decks. Actually, I'm going to show you the other one first because I'm excited about this one. This is the Moonology Oracle cards by Yasmin Bolan. Now, oop, goodness, got all my cords mixed around. One sec, guys. Appreciate everyone's patience. Okay. Oh my god. Cooperate. There we go. I believe this is actually one of the decks that I've taken a card or 2 out of to use for spell work, so it's not a complete deck. Yeah. But I know where they all are, so I can just grab them if this is the deck people want to use. Comes with a nice little guidebook. Yeah, it's pretty substantial. They have a lot of moon phases past just the regular, you know, waxing, waning, crescents, and gibbuses and such. For example, we got New Moon and Virgo, and they give you like a little sentiment on each card, which is cute. New Moon Eclipse. Stuff like North Node, which I'll be honest, I'm a bad astrologist. I have no idea what a North Node is, but it's cool that it's here. For my spooky girl, got full moon in Scorpio. Oh, I'm glad you like them. They're definitely some really beautiful minimalist cards. Okay, so do you mind if I call you Ash on stream, or should I call you by your username? Should I call you Sleepy? See if I can find a Cancer card. Ash is good. Okay, cool. I wasn't sure if you needed to be anonymous. Here's the Cancer one. Full moon in Cancer. Little crab. Okay. Crab time! Yeah! I don't know what season we're in right now. It could be crab time, and I would have... No, I know it's not crab time, because it's not close to your birthday enough yet. Let's see. This one was out of my face. But it really wants to be in my face. It's so rude. Okay. How's work going, Spook? If you're still here. Oh, I should make you a mod too. Manage suspicious user. How do I make you a mod? I can time you out. Or I can ban you. And I can manage you as a suspicious user. How do I mod you? Oh, maybe I can do it from my phone. I think that's how I modded Spooky. Also, I enhanced this playlist because I guess Spotify lets you enhance playlists now. And I think I've been digging the songs that they added in. How do I mod you? Oh my gosh. I know, I like it too. User. Oh, there it is. Okay. Mod user. Yes. Did it work? Did it work? Did it work? Did it work? Yeah, it's very it's very funky. If this wasn't the one that was already on, maybe it is. Don't mind me, just being confused about how Spotify works. I know, this is one I put on myself. I guess I just have good taste. But this is Sleep It Off by Leon Chang. You do have the power! Yay! Okay. Neat. Oh, but the other deck, right. I'm just a distraction and a half today. Almost took it out without even showing you what it is. So this is one of my favorite Oracle decks, and I don't use it that often because it's not very serious. Not that all readings need to be serious, of course. It just when I do like work for clients, it doesn't seem like an appropriate incorporation. But without further ado, this is the Magic Neko deck. I love it. I would love it if it focused as well. But we all know that that isn't how these things work. Let's see, I'm trying to see. I want to credit the artist because they're an independent artist. You curious cat. That's me. For the uninitiated, what makes an Oracle deck different? Okay, so, most, not all, tarot decks, because there are variations in some tarot decks. Like, for instance, I have a copy of the Numinous Tarot, which has an extra card in it, and a couple other decks like that. But besides those exceptions, all tarot decks follow the same basic format. So you have the 4 suits, 1 to 10, plus court cards, and then the major arcana. And they can either follow the artistic direction laid out by, I think the most well-known deck. This isn't Rider-Waite-Smith, this is Smith-Waite, but same basic concept. Whereas Oracle decks are completely the creation of the person who makes them. Some of them definitely are clearly inspired by tarot and work within the same kind of general themes that tarot decks do, but often they're just a collection of concepts that center around a certain theme. So for example, I don't remember, Ash, if you were here for when I was showing off my Language of Flowers deck. This is technically an Oracle deck, even though it's not labeled as such. Ooh! And it's all about flowerology, and using the different meanings associated with flowers to, I don't know, seek some kind of deeper knowledge. More metaphorical theme. Some days I just can't with chords. I don't remember if I showed you this either, but the Seed and the Sickle Oracle deck, all of the cards relate in some way to the cycle of plant life, and how that might illuminate different aspects of, our lives. I've only kind of looked through this. I haven't actually used it yet. But let me see, I can show you some of the cards that they included. Oh yeah, I haven't even taken the little loop off yet. My gosh. Okay. Oh, this is interesting. Give me 1 second, I'll actually show y'all what I'm looking at. They have one with my name. Okay. Okay, yeah, these are all just numbered. There's not actual like suits with them. But as I was saying, how some Oracle decks might reference the format or aspects of the tarot format. Card 0, not even 1, just 0 is the seed, which has an obvious connection to the Fool in tarot, who is like a seed. Let me see. They have the Rowan. They have the Rowan. Where'd they go? Oh, they also have oak. I love oak trees. Here it is. It's me. I love this is actually like in my aesthetic too. But this isn't even like the coolest aspect of this deck. I wasn't planning on doing deck reviews, but I kind of have ended up doing it anyway. Yeah, extremely on brand. I'm very much here for it. So this deck has not one guidebook, but two. So we have the dawn and the dusk. And the back here, okay, so on both it reads, in the Seed and Sickle deck, each card can be read in two ways, the dawn and the dusk, providing advice for every reader, whether you are actively working towards a goal or focusing on your mental well-being. Very cool, okay. So on the dawn, it says this booklet contains the dawn readings for the card, perfect if you're starting a new project, building new relationships, or focusing on revitalizing yourself. If you're looking for guidance on how to best take care of your body and your mind, open the Dusk booklet for a more holistic reading. Yeah, and then the Dusk card, or the guidebook, basically reiterates the same thing, just in reverse. Just to give an example of how they differ, because now I'm curious. Okay, so I got Rowan for Dawn, and let me find Rowan and Dusk really quick. Okay. So in the Dawn booklet, and by the way, both of these are in full color, so definitely like a very pretty deluxe sort of experience. I'm gonna turn down the music just a bit since this actually has lyrics in it. Okay, I don't want the sounds to overlap too much. No, I've lost my spot. There we go. Okay. So for Dawn, it says, Rowan trees are seen as a symbol of tenacity, capable of growing in the tiniest crevices in cliffsides and rocks. You've been doing a lot of the same recently, growing well in spite of an uncertain ground you stand on, and your determination will pay off once you realize you've got an advantage over those who have had an easier path. It's easy to envy others for thriving, but give yourself credit for having thrived in adversity. Talk about being on brand. Yeah, there's a reason I wanted to have this tree as my namesake. Okay, so to contrast, in Dusk, it says, you've been lacking inspiration lately, and it's making everything you do feel stilted and difficult. Chances are that you're just looking in the wrong places. Rowan was once called the Tree of Bards, as sitting beneath it would bring inspiration to any lacking in it, and nature is a great place to start looking now. Take a walk. See if you can name the plants that you pass or the birds that you hear. those creative thoughts will come rushing back in no time. So yeah, it's I'm just getting geeked out about it. I definitely want to do some readings with this deck soon. Maybe I will tonight. Who knows? Who knows? Beep boop, beep boop. Okay. There we go. Gonna nom a little bit more food. And then I'll show y'all some of the Neko Oracle deck. I was kind of expecting night streams to be a little bit more poppin', but I feel like I get more people in during the day. But I also may just be used to streaming on more adult sites. Okay. So, oh yeah, I was trying to look up the name of the artist. Here it is. Stasia Burrington. And I believe I actually found them through Etsy when I was very actively seeking out more like independent deck makers. I don't recall the pronouns that Stasia uses, so I'm just gonna go with they, them for now. But they're a really talented artist, and they work on a lot more things than just Oracle decks. So I super recommend, if y'all like the art that you see on these cards, to give them a look up. Pardon me. Oh my gosh. And one of the neat things about this deck is that not only is it an Oracle deck, but you can just use it like a regular playing card deck. Like they have all the traditional playing card branding on it, whatever you call that. These cards are so good. I haven't brought out this deck in so long, and I don't know why. I'm a fool. Like, look at this guy. He's so good. And this one. Getting those toasty marshmallows. Practicing archery. Little onsen kitty. Like, how can you not love this? Let's see if I can find some of my other favorites. Oh, this is a good one. I gotta look up the meaning for this one. Because my assumption would be that because okay, so a little bit of history. Tarot cards and playing cards are actually they have a shared history. So you would think that maybe an Oracle deck that is also a playing card deck would function in a similar way to tarot, but it doesn't. They've completely made up their own little explanation for each card. Eight of Spades. Okay, so it's a Taco Cat. What is your octopus? That's literally all it says. So you you have to figure out whatever that means for you. What is your octopus? What lives on your head rent free? I guess is one interpretation. Oh, this one's gay. Look. It's so gay. See how deep blue eyes. Naughty cat. Smoking cigarettes. This cat has a different vice. Oh, here's another good one. I want to be this cat. This one says, because I'm curious, another 8, ramen. Surround yourself with yumminess. Hell yeah. That's an idea I can get behind. And forgot about this one. It's a card of a cat reading tarot cards. Got the 3 of Swords, the Moon, and maybe that's the Ace of Wands, the last one. Hard to tell. Mushroom cat. Cardception, yeah, exactly. I just love meta stuff like that. It's so good. Little poop. Then of course you got your D&D playing cat. Little cat with a tree head. Like it's so good. Oh, this is a pretty one. I don't remember this one at all. I want to know what it's focusing on right now. Because it should be this. Sorry, that was probably annoying. Yeah, there's a lot of cats in space for some reason. I don't know why. Not that I'm judging them. They can be in space if they want. I think this one actually might be called Catzilla. Let me see. It's even better. It literally just says Gojira. What are your monsters? I don't know if that's readable at all. Trying to do the beauty influencer thing. Nah. It's a lost cause. Yeah, that's that deck. Oh, they even have like a little hairless kitty in here. That's so good. Oh. They got 2 different snuggly cats. I'm gonna go out on a limb and say that the gray cat's polyamorous. And we're here for that. Yeah. really wish my earbud would just stay in my ear. Like, why? Why must it just continuously creep out? I'm gonna draw a card for myself in just a sec. Just for funsies. Definitely gotta eat some more of this food first, though. I may also just do some painting on stream in a bit. I hope it's not picking up on my chewing too much. I am a goddamn amazing cook. Not much that you've noticed. Excellent. I really need to clean up in here. I still have all of the paint stuff on the floor, Ash. Just kind of pushed it all out of the way. Nico! What up, what up, what up? I just got done showing off one of my favorite Oracle decks. So, if you'd like a reading with these adorable little kitty cats, just say the word. But yeah, how are you doing tonight? Pardon me. Heck yeah, look at that cat sleeping on Saturn. Yeah, they know what's up. They know where the comfy cat naps really are. If only I could be a cat sleeping on Saturn. You're doing okay. Glad to hear that. Hopefully we can make tonight even better for you. I'm doing well. Sorry, I wanted to finish chewing. I slept in pretty late today, but then once I got up, sorry about that. Once I got up, I ended up making curry for myself, and vacuumed the whole house. And I had a really nice therapy session today. So yeah, it's been a pretty rad day. I also had my kitty laying on my chest for like a whole hour. It made me so happy. Wow. He's a good boy. Nice. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, I don't know how long I'm gonna be able to keep up being on top of my chores like this. But I'm gonna do it for as long as I can. I got this app recently, and I'm thinking about buying the premium version. It's like a task and habit tracker. Um, because I find that it's a lot easier for me to do something if someone tells me to do it, even if that someone is my phone. That's been really helpful. You been up to anything interesting today? Oh, didn't you tell me that you're also trying to work on your scheduling? Or routine, whatever you want to call it. I'm about to redecorate my altar some because I got a new cloth. Oh, it's so exciting! I really hope you're going to post pictures in the Discord, but do you want to give us a brief description of what it looks like? And yes, I am trying to work on my routine. Okay, so the app is called, if you're curious to check it out, it's called Habit Now. I have an Android, so I know for sure it works on Android. Um, not sure about iPhone. Or like, no, Google also uses Google Play Store, obviously. But yeah, I think the paid version is only like $5. I don't know if that's just for right now, like they're having a sale, or that's how expensive it always is, and they just have the like full price $10.99 now on sale for $5.99 because that's how marketing works. But yeah, I've been liking it so far. I really want to get an altar cloth, but you can't really tell, but this side panel on my altar opens like a door, so I always feel like I can't put anything over it because it'll just get in the way. But that also may be my brain just being weird about things. It has kind of a warm tone and snake theme right now. Gold and black with a lamp shaped like a tree. That sounds fucking gorgeous. Yeah, I need to redo my altar a little bit. I wonder if I can get my camera close enough to show you guys kind of what it looks like. Cause I have it partially set up. Like I have all of the permanent, more or less permanent things where I want them to be. Sorry about the motion sickness. Let's see. Oh yeah, you can kind of see what I've got going on. So, if I can hold this steady enough. We've got a big chunk of labradorite. Then I got this triangle thing off of Etsy. And we have another incense burner over here. It's for cone incense. Move these bowls. can kind of see better now. Got a bunch of like spheres and points and clusters. Over here is kind of like my corner of things that represent me. One day when I'm streaming mobile, I'll have to show you guys more properly. Or post pictures on Discord, you know, whatever. Pardon. You love the shelf in the back? Thank you. Let me see if I can find the Etsy shop that I got it from. Because I remember thinking that the prices were really reasonable, especially for the quality. It looks cozy, thank you. I really tried to like, I want this room to feel like home, even though it's my work room. Like, I don't want it to feel sterile. Originally I was thinking I would be able to fit like a recliner or some kind of comfy chair in here, or maybe like a beanbag for reading. But where that probably would be, if I could fit it in there, is just a tower of bins right now. So that's a work in progress. Yeah, I feel that way about my office too, which is where my altar is. Oh, that's so cool. We have so many similarities. I freaking love it. Beep beep boop boop. Oh my god, I buy so many things on Etsy. It's not okay. Oh, I bought this longer ago than I thought I did. Ah, here it is. Okay, so they're called sorry, I shouldn't try to say that while I'm typing. Imperfectly Simple. Oh, when I bought it, it was $56. No, it wasn't. What? Oh, okay. So the the shelf itself was only $35, but the shipping was almost $20. So that's why it was more expensive than I remember. They must not be a US person. But they have all kinds of stuff, like ones that you can mount on your wall, and stuff for like plants. I don't know. They live in California, which, I mean, given how heavy that thing is, like it looks like it would be pretty light, but because it's like solid real wood, kind of substantial. So yeah, that's probably why that ended up being so expensive. But yeah, oof shipping. That is for sure. Something I've had to do when buying presents for Spooky recently is make sure that when I'm shopping on Etsy, I make it so that the shops that I'm looking at are all in the UK, so I don't have to just pay for a buttload of shipping. Yeah, the size and weight, I would imagine, would make it a bit pricey to ship, yeah. But very worth it. Very, very worth it. I feel like it really, it just makes sense as the center point for my altar. Um, and I'm not like super, super, super big into um, like divine geometry or all that. But you know, like I like what I like. And triangles are my favorite shape. And then this one, it is a triangle, and then it has the triangle at the top, and then a triangle there, and a triangle there. So it's perfect. Ooh, clever. Thank you. Yeah, feel free to use that tip. It saves a lot on shipping. Triangles are one of the most shapes. You mean like in like naturally occurring shapes in nature, whatever? Master Teddy, welcome back. How you doing today? Or tonight, I guess I should say. Were you able to stick around for the full reading the other day? 'Cause I think by the time I was done blathering, you were gone. I just mean they're great. Okay. Cool. They are great. I don't know if anyone here listens to the band Alt J, but they have a song, I think it's called Tessellate, and literally one of the lyrics are, "Triangles are my favorite shape. 3 points where 2 lines meet." Okay. I mean, same. But also, where's the third line? There should be a third. I don't know. Question. Answer? Shoot. What's your question, friend? Sometimes you just gotta funnel or shovel those last pieces of rice directly into your mouth, you know? I like you? Oh my gosh. Like. But thank you. It's been a pleasure having you in the chat, so. I like you too. Now that I'm done with my food, I'm gonna pull a card for myself. Contemplating what I want to pull a card for. Well, usually when I don't know what I want from a reading for myself, I just say something like, something to consider for the next day as I go through the day. Will I be your bestie? I don't know. I'm already besties with someone, but I'm definitely down to be friends. Nothing wrong with more friends. Things to ponder. Yeah. You're funny, Teddy. I wasn't expecting to get a crush follower so soon. Ooh. I'm dropping all the cards. God. That's what I get for trying to shuffle on my lap. Oh my gosh, you guys. I gotta show you this. So the card fell and landed perfectly right there. I guess that's my card. Let's see. Oh, it's the fishy one. Okay. So to give a better view. I don't know if he's winking or if he's missing an eye. I mean, he's valid either way. Let's see. So our little guide says, a new or different environment. Flow. Such a cute tech. I know, it's so good. The artist is Stasia Burrington, in case you weren't here when I said it originally. Oh my god. I guess my fingers just don't want to work today. Can I pin that? Yeah. There it is. I don't know if that's even readable, but I'm gonna leave that there for now. So, I'm trying to think of what this could mean in terms of what I should be pondering tomorrow, because it's not as if I'm about to like move anytime soon. Although I guess it could also mean new environment in the sense that, like I breathe new life into my environment through like cleaning or tidying or redecorating. And obviously I've said it before, I need to tidy this room to heck. So it's clearly been on my mind. Maybe this is the indication that I just need to buckle down and do it tomorrow. Yeah, yeah. Because the other meaning was flow, and I'm definitely one of those people who, if I don't have like a perfect, nice environment to do my thing in, I'm just like get frustrated so easily. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna take that to mean. I don't know what chores I scheduled for myself tomorrow. I'll have to consult my notebook because I haven't put them in the app yet. But regardless, we clean in this room tomorrow. Nico says, "Ooh, yeah, like a transformation of the current environment, maybe." Yeah, I think that's the direction we're going in. Because it also says different environment, and I feel like different doesn't necessarily imply like a different locale, just different as in different from how it was before. I've also been thinking if I want to put this tapestry somewhere else, because I don't like that, like if y'all want to actually see it, I have to do this. I love that tapestry so much. Well, it's not really a tapestry. Wall hanging. I should put up a new quote too. I've had that quote for, gosh, probably over a year now. Nico, would you like a card? Please say yes. Sure, yay, thank you. Anything in particular? Or should I just do another of the same? No, my water's gone. I'll have to get up and get some more soon. Something to ponder. You got it. Coming right up. These two want to be together. So. This is interesting, because these kind of actually, like, relate to each other, thematically a bit, at least, based on the visuals. So we have a kimono cat and a cat on the mountains, but if you notice, the kimono is like a very nature-y motif. Leaves falling. And I love the colors of the mountains on this card. Yeah, there we go. I can't get over how cute they are, I know. I've had this deck for years and I still can't get over it. Okay, so let's consult our little friend. I'm gonna say intuitively I'm feeling the mountain one is gorgeous. Yes, I agree. Intuitively I'm feeling that this is like an invitation to enjoy nature. Maybe take a walk. If the weather isn't friendly, then just contemplating nature. But let's see what the little guide has to say about this. Okay, for our mountain cat, being a trailblazer and facing fear. Okay. And for our other one, oh, they're actually styled to be like a kokeshi doll, which is a traditional wooden Japanese doll. Interesting. Okay, so the meaning that they supplied for this one is solidarity, roots, and foundation. Pardon. Let me think about that a little bit. Oh, solidity. My bad, not solidarity. Solidity. That's so interesting because to me, mountains are they're representative of things that are incredibly stable. You know, mountain faces, and maybe I'm wrong. Maybe there's a geologist out there who is gonna correct me on this. But it's my general impression that mountain faces don't really change that much. They're basically a constant. Or at least mountain ranges as a whole. You don't usually hear about mountains that are there and now they're not. I'm gonna say what's coming to me right now is that you need to do some pondering, on why you may be doubting your foundation, or perhaps maybe you're doubting things that you know to be true, or that you at once believed but maybe are now struggling to believe. Oh no, did I get too close? A bit uncanny there. Sorry. But reassuring to hear. Thank you. Yeah, thank you. Yeah. Why don't I play with my cards more? My gosh. But I guess, like I said before, I'm streaming so that I will play with my cards again. Looking at the people in chat, I see a familiar name, Action Shin. Don't feel afraid to speak up, friend. You're definitely welcome to join the community in a more active way. Regardless, I'm glad you're here. Thank you for stopping by again. I definitely don't need to eat more, but I want more of that curry so bad. It's so good. Especially with a little soy sauce drizzled over the top. Bree445 is now following. Thank you, Bree. Hello, welcome. How are you doing tonight? How am I? I'm doing great. I've been having a really nice day, actually. I'm not gonna lie. It helps that the weather is finally letting up a bit, being a little less severe. No problem. Man. I feel like next time I dye my hair, I need to dye my eyebrows too. Just maybe. How am I honestly? No, I'm great. Like, oh, that's great to hear, honestly. No worries, yeah. No, I appreciate that. How about you? How you doing? No, you're totally good. For a second, I thought you were, like, calling me out. Like, you know how everyone says, I'm good when you ask them how they are? You're doing great? Hell yeah. I'm so glad to hear that. Interested in reading. Okay, cool. So the deck that I brought out to use today is the Magic Neko Oracle deck. How you feel about that? I've been drawing one or a couple cards for people, depending on what feels right. Oh, thank you. We try to keep a good vibe going. What a cute oracle deck. I like this deck. Ah, awesome. Okay. Is there anything in particular that you were looking for a reading on? Yes, please feel free to ask a specific question. I shouldn't say like that. I'm trying to get better about my posture. Gotta remember to keep myself centered in frame. Actually, while I wait for you to type your question, I'm gonna grab a new bottle of water. So I will be back lickety split. I return. Okay, so... Oh, okay, it's not gonna sound dumb. There are no stupid questions. Yes, okay. But Bree says, I have a close friend I reunited with, but I tell her stuff regarding my mental health, and reading on TikTok said you should be careful about telling that person things. I was wondering if it's still worth having the friendship because I do have some other doubts. And no problem, I I try to be patient. That is an interesting question. Okay. Okay, so just to get some clarification, when you talk to your friend about your mental health, is she compassionate in her reply, or is that part of the doubt that you're having? I mean, she will seem to care, but when it comes to me, I take time to hear her out and give her better responses. Okay. Okay. I want to say before I even pull a card that obviously I don't know your friend, so you can take this with um, a whole big chunk of salt. um, but I know, especially for people who aren't the most socially uh, fluent, um, her lackluster responses might not be because she doesn't care. Some people just aren't at the same level of emotional intelligence. But that being said, I will definitely pull some cards for consideration. Okay. Totally understandable. Okay. I'm glad that this doesn't come off as being preachy. Uh, hopefully. Okay, so I drew 3 cards for you. So it's kind of what I was feeling. Our first one is a little airplane cat. The booklet for this particular card reads Paper Planes, Travel, and Lightheartedness. So that's that one. The next one we have is a little meditation cat. The book for this one, funnily enough, it says, put these cards away and meditate. Take that for what you will. And the last one we have, going back to the spade suit, this one reads, Rich Conversation and Friendship. So, already weirdly relevant. Okay. Let me think about this for a moment. Okay. I'm getting something. I think the thing that you're going to need to reflect on in terms of your relationship with this friend is what kind of friend they're going to be to you. Personally, I'm the type who, if I can't be extremely real and deep with someone, I don't really consider them a friend, more of an acquaintance. But I know a lot of people will have like a lot of different rings of friends, like people that you have serious conversations with about like life choices, all the way down to, I don't know, maybe people you just party with and that's it. Okay, so you also reunited with this friend. Okay, so it is entirely possible that the dynamic that you had with your friend before is not going to be it's not going to present in the same way now as it did back then. I'm assuming if you feel comfortable enough sharing things about your mental health with this friend, at one point they were a very significant person in your life. And it could be that just maybe they don't have the emotional availability to be that kind of friend right now. Maybe they are more of a let's get tea and talk about whatever movie we watched over the weekend. Um, they could be more of just a let's have a nice time together, um, not really focus on the deep stuff kind of friend right now. Um, and it's up to you to make the determination if you're okay with that or if that's not the dynamic that you're looking for with them at this time. Yeah, because, okay, so I even have them laid out. Let me show y'all. So much stuff on my desk. It's actually laid out the way that I drew the cards, almost like a balancing act, where on one side you have the lightheartedness, and on the other side you have the rich conversations, or what may be deeper conversations. Um, yeah. It's just something to weigh whether or not it's worth it to you. Because personally, even though I don't keep a lot of more surface level friends in my life, that doesn't mean I don't find them to be valuable types of connections. I'm just really introverted, so I have a lot of limitations when it comes to who I have energy to be around. But I wouldn't say that that's necessarily worth cutting someone out over. You just need to be critical of your expectations for them, and like I said, weighing whether or not you're okay with the kind of dynamic they're available for right now. So I wouldn't say throw them out because it's not what you expected. Maybe you still come to the conclusion that that's not going to be a fulfilling relationship for you. Maybe it's going to be more draining than rewarding, but that is something that only you can decide for yourself. And I know that you can, because you know what's best for you. Excuse me. Let me know if you have any further questions on that. Oh, thank you so much. Yeah, I appreciate the opportunity to pull some cards for you. It's what I'm here for. Man, I am really feeling that it's 10 o'clock right now. I think I'm gonna keep going for another half an hour or so, but if I start to get a little bit more low energy, that's why. Also, I guess that means if you want a reading, ask now. Oh, I guess I could also just do my painting for the last part of the stream. That sounds like a good idea. I could also do both, because I know I need to do multiple layers of things. I can pop back and forth between the two. I did not wash this brush off before I stopped painting last time. That was a mistake. Let me see. What's everyone else up to tonight? Or are we all just hanging out on Twitch right now? Or if you got any plans for tomorrow? I'm curious. Still trying to redecorate the altar because I keep getting distracted. Wow. A whole ass mood right there. I am definitely the type, like, I have so much different stuff on my altar right now, that I know if I tried to clean it and redecorate it, I would get thrown on so many tangents of, oh, well, I can do this right now, and I can do that, and half an hour later, oh, I was supposed to be decorating my altar. Oops. Ash is hanging out and reading. You still working on Tomie? Or have you moved on to something else for now? ADHD life, yeah. It's weird because, like, it's so, like, ADHD has such huge, like, trade-offs, I feel, in terms of how our brains work. Like, the ability to hyper-focus almost feels like a superpower sometimes. But then on the other hand, that. But I also don't mind the distractibility when it comes to chores sometimes. Because that's how I end up getting things done that I might not have thought to do originally. Still on Tomie, a little over halfway through. You got this. Keep going. Truly a blessing and a curse. Yeah. That's why I wish people had more acceptance of neurodiversity. Because one of the best ways that I've had autism explained to me is that, like, there is no one presentation of autism. It's a whole bunch of different traits, and each of those traits are on a scale. And basically it's like some of your traits get fucking maxed out and some of your traits are like dump stats. And like, why can't we just appreciate that some people have strengths and weaknesses like everybody else, just in a different way? Like, like it shouldn't. I have such a hard time holding on to jobs because of just my particular flavor of autism. And I just wish that, like, there was a broader acceptance of, like, self-employment or, like, doing things that don't naturally fall into capitalistic models. Because, like, people like me, we're fucking cool. We got a lot to offer. It's just, system is not really set up for us to effectively offer what we have. Ash says, I love to have a card pulled from the Cat Oracle deck, not to derail the conversation here or anything. No, you're getting us back on track. Don't feel bad. And then Nico says, if you can find ways to work with neurodivergency and not against it, life becomes much easier. Hard agree. But not many people are or can't afford that. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Like, or, I know I grew up basically being taught that um, the things that I did to help me think better were making me a worse student. Like, I was one of those kids who, when they were writing, would be like, and my mom would be like, you can't do that. Like, you can't. And I'm just like, but I can't think with my tongue in my mouth. And I've kind of grown out of it now. I still catch myself doing it sometimes, but like sometimes I wonder like if my mom would just let me be a fucking weirdo, would I be a more functional person today? Yes, my teachers were horrible about that kind of stuff too. So concerned with learning right and not learning. Fuck. Yes. Oh my god. The, the whole concept of like there being right and wrong ways to learn is so mind-blowing to me. Like, why do you give a fuck? Like, if the kid understands it, does it really matter how they got there? I think not. Maybe teacher, you're just not smart enough to know how to teach them correctly. Whoops, did I say that? Okay. Card for Ash. Let's go. Do you want a card on anything in particular, cutie? I'm also realizing that I think this is the first time I'll be doing a reading for you. That's exciting. A little less nerve-wracking than if I were doing it in person, face to face. Yep, first reading. Nothing specific that I can think of. Okay, that's totally fine. I will also draw you a ponder card. A ponder here, a ponder there. A ponder everywhere. I'm gonna do 3 cards for you too. Yeah. Oh wait. So, first card. This is Kendama Cat. Do you know Kendama? It's like, did you ever have that game where it's like a cone with a ball on it, and the ball's attached to the string that's attached to the cone, and you gotta swing it up and catch it on the cone? That's what Kendama is. And our little booklet says that this represents... they were really popular at my high school for a bit. That's so random. Like, I'm just imagining all the popular kids walking around with the little cup thing. Anyway, this is games, play, and childish pleasure. Literally. No, my god. Like, I guess good for them for being into something, but that's just so weird to me. Oh my gosh. You also got Tarot Cat. You got Tarot Cat. And Tarot Cat is about intuition and self-creation. Much like this one. And then the last one is gonna be S'mores Cat. Or, as the booklet calls them. Oh, it literally just says s'more. I got it. Okay. But this one... Oh, this one says the perfect amount of char. Okay, we haven't made marshmallows together yet. How do you like your marshmallows? Do you like them burnt? Or just a little bit crispy? A little bit golden? Because I will literally, like, light my marshmallow on fire and then blow it out. Oh, did my music stop? No? Why isn't it? Why doesn't it? Oh, there it is. Okay. Not burnt, but well colored. Okay, I can respect that. Okay. The perfect amount of char. I feel like if I had just gotten the first two, I would already know, but now I gotta think about how having the perfect amount of char changes that, or influences that. I guess though, in the meantime, if you ever toast your marshmallow too much, just, you can give it to me. Well, let me start talking about what I'm getting from the first two, and then maybe it'll come to me. So what I'm thinking so far is that this is a suggestion to, like, reconnect with your inner child. I don't know if I'm hesitant to say things because I know you too well. And I'm embarrassed. I don't know. I'm thinking, though. I'm thinking. I think definitely the play aspect is really important here in terms of reconnecting with yourself in that way. I'm trying to think of how I want to say this, because I kind of have two definitions of play. One is like, just doing stuff for fun and not really being critical about it. And there's also play in the sense that you are exploring something. Like, like taking something apart and seeing how it works and seeing if it does something different if you put it back together in a slightly different way. And I think now that I've gotten to this point is that the perfect amount of char is saying that you want to strike a balance between those two types of play. Like, you don't want to just completely turn your mind off and get pleasure from something, but you also don't want to come at it from such a critical and intellectual perspective that you get lost in over analyzing things. I guess in for example, like when people work on art, I know a lot of the time people struggle with even making the first stroke because, well, what if it's not in the right place? And, you know, all these other things. What if? If the inner critic voice is too strong, it hinders the play, because you don't want to take risks. But like I said, at the same time, you don't also just want to like shut your brain off and not gain any deeper understanding from what you're doing. Yeah. I'm wondering if there are any like hobbies or pastimes or something that you've like you thought you grew out of, but you only think that because that's what you thought was expected. And maybe that simple childlike pleasure is something that's causing some kind of lack in your life currently. Or blocking you from being your full self, maybe? Yeah. I feel like that was especially rambly, even for me. Maybe. Well, you don't have to tell me what it is here, but if you feel like sharing, I'm very curious. Because you know me, I love I love bringing out my little side, so I would definitely do whatever it is with you. Don't hit the nail too hard there. Hey, it's not me, it's the cards. I can't take credit. Can't take blame. Don't shoot the messenger. Just realized you couldn't even see my eye through that. hope I didn't embarrass you. Definitely pondering material, yeah. Okay, good. I'm glad I didn't go too far. You're such a delight. Thank you for asking for a reading. I think I am going to use my last couple of minutes to do just a little bit of painting. Ooh, pardon me. Move this out of the way. And this way y'all can see. Oh my god, so much stuff going on. Oh, you're welcome, cutie. It's a pleasure. Anything for you is a pleasure. Let's unpin message. Can I know there is a way to change my... Whatever. I've already moved the keyboard. Cinder is now shouting at me through the door. He does not approve of my multi-hour streams. But maybe, if he weren't such a butt, I could let him in. Bet he hasn't considered that one. This brush might be too stiff for... Actually, yeah, I'm not even going to use this brush. Why be streaming when you can pay attention to him? Exactly. Why do anything when I could be paying attention to him? He is such a baby. Like, he probably doesn't even want anything from me. He probably is just like, Dad, no, where'd you go? Right here, my dude. Always right here. Nowhere else for me to be. I really wish that I had gotten some kind of thickening medium to use with these paints. Because they're so liquidy, they just spread around. I guess I could mix in a little bit of the regular acrylic paint, but it cuts the intensity of the glow, and I'm a fan of that even less, if I'm being honest. I'm still blown away, Nico, by your that color page that you shared, coloring page. I'm really curious what it looks like colored pencils you were using, because the colors were so vibrant. You're so welcome. Oh, gel pens. Wow, that's even more surprising that your blending was so smooth. I don't know if it's just that I tend to have a very heavy hand, but I feel like I would struggle a lot to replicate what you were able to do with those gel pens. Are gel pens something... Oh, okay, you're answering my question before I even ask it. Never really used gel pens before now, but I started getting into those adult coloring books to use during work. I take phone calls all day. Let me use my hands. Oh, okay. And people recommended them for those. Interesting. I wouldn't have thought that the gel pens would be a particularly forgiving, or what's the word that I'm looking for? Convenient, versatile, easy to work with medium. But I guess I've only ever used them to write things, so. But yeah, I would definitely need something to do with my hands for a job like that. They're really easy to blend, TBH, but yeah, I was surprised as well. I've enjoyed them a lot. Oh, well, okay. I have a disgusting amount of gel pens, so I'll have to give that a shot soon. Do you know what brand they are? Oh, I'm glad that you've been enjoying it. Honestly, that's what matters. Because if you're not enjoying the art, then who fucking cares if anyone else likes it? Oh well, don't worry about checking right now if it's not convenient. I'm pretty sure the ones that I have collected are the jelly roll ones. And it's kind of funny when I started collecting them, I didn't even go out to Michael's or wherever it was specifically looking for gel pens. But I was just in that aisle and I saw them and I had a flashback to elementary school, and I was like, I need these in every single fucking color. Let's see. I wonder if gel pens would work on this canvas. That would be a fun mixed medium thingy. There's a storefront called Tan Mint on Amazon. That's where I got them. I had it open because I was going to order more since I got them a month ago. And my faves are all out of ink. Oh no! Well, at least that means that you're getting a lot of use out of them. A lot of my art supplies are like mostly still full because I move on from one hobby to a next so quickly. But I guess that means that I don't have to buy refills as often. And sometimes I just end up giving away my supplies, which I'm sure my friends appreciate. I absolutely feel that. I wasn't even bothered about ordering more because I was like, well, I use them at least. Aw. That's so cute. It really does sound like you've been getting a lot out of it. I've been really trying to, like, retrain myself to not give a shit if what I'm working on doesn't turn out perfectly, because nothing ever turns out perfectly, you know. Even master artists fuck up sometimes, I assume. Because you never get that feeling of satisfaction if you don't try. And quote-unquote wasting supplies on something that didn't turn out quite like you wanted, you know, you just gotta reframe it in terms of, yeah, well, it didn't turn out how I wanted, but at least now I know that X technique is good for this and not that. But that's also why I prefer digital art, because if you fuck up your digital art, you can either hit Control Z or just start over and you've not lost anything besides time. That's been something that's made me a lot happier with art. Better to have something done than to be anxious to start. Yeah, I completely agree. I don't know if any of you have ever had this experience. I used to write, like, prolifically in school, and then one time, like middle school and high school, I mean, I should be specific. And then one time a friend made a completely offhanded comment and didn't even mean it in a bad way, but because I am BPD, I took it to mean that my writing was shit. Which I should have known wasn't true because she loves my writing, but I took it so hard that I hardly wrote it all for years and years and years. For sure, I'm spoiled by digital art. I was sketching traditionally the other night and voiced to my partner that I had an impulse to hit undo. Yeah, that happens to me all the time. BPD handshake emoji, hell yeah, solidarity. Thankfully, mine's gotten a lot better over the past year or so. I had been living with someone who made my symptoms a hell of a lot worse. But now I'm in a much better situation, so the healing is happening. Ooh, yeah, overcoming that to create things is hard. Yeah. Like, I still, even though I know, and I'm, like, kind of over that comment, I still don't write, because I'm just out of the habit, you know? But it's really something I want to get back into. It's actually one of the things that I have on my hobby schedule. Oh, that's not a circle. Well, that's just gonna be whatever shape it is. I feel that. I'm glad you're doing better. Thank you. I appreciate that. Oh, yay! I'm glad that it's on your little schedule, too. I really want to start using social media as, like, accountability for my hobbies. Like, one of the things I wrote in the margins as I was taking note about what hobbies I want to put on my schedule was to like every time I did like a sketch to post that, or anytime I like finished watching a movie to like do a little review like Ash does. But yeah, I'm not that far along in the process. I'm still working on implementing the habit. So we'll get there eventually. Just one step at a time. Are you an anime person, Nico? Do you like anime? And or manga? Pardon me. No judgment, but not at all. That's okay. Even if you were judging me, I love it too much to care. Mostly just thinking about it because I started a mostly new anime last night. I'd seen the first episode or two, like, maybe like 2 years ago. And never followed through, but it was interesting enough that I decided to pick it back up last night. I think I might do some more episodes of that after I hop off here. It's a nice little way to wind down. I have watched / read some, but only things I'm particularly interested in, so there's definitely some I like. Oh, which ones? Which one did I start? XXX Holic. Because Clamp, so something I learned semi-recently is that Clamp is not a person, they're a studio, which blew my mind. But I really like a lot of the work that Clamp has put out, and XXX Holic is supposed to be like a piece that almost connects them all in this weird, like, multi-dimensional way. So I'm really excited to go through that. I'm not familiar with that, but I know of Clamp. Yeah, I feel like most people are at least aware of them. I think my first exposure to them was through, ironically enough, Chobits, which is probably not the best manga I could have read as a middle schooler. But, you know, it's chill. I also read Interview with the Vampire before I got to 6th grade, so whatever. But my absolute favorite of all time Clamp IP is Cardcaptor Sakura. Ash knows about my love of Cardcaptor Sakura. Same though, middle school Chobits life, hell yeah. Like, I guess to be fair, it wasn't like that bad, but its horny moments were pretty damn horny. It's the only time you can ingest media like that. Oh, for sure. For sure. There's so much stuff that I just consumed the fuck out of in middle school that if I tried to get into now, I would be like, this is cringy as fuck. But, like, I'm glad that at the time I was into it because now I'm me and, like, worth it. It is a deep love, it's true. Have I actually like cried about Cardcaptor Sakura in front of you, or is that is that yet to happen? It just gets me so emotional. Very close to tears before, okay. Don't mind me just crying over a children's anime. It's fine. Everything's fine. Same instance with Lord of the Rings too. Wait. When was that? What? I don't remember that. Like, I believe you because I would absolutely cry about Lord of the Rings, but I don't remember about what now. When we watched Fellowship. Oh, okay. Oh, yes! I think I remember now. I think it was at the end when Sam almost fucking drowns trying to follow Frodo as he separates from the group. Because I know I told you about how when Gandalf died the first time I watched it, I was like fucking devastated. Like, that was a traumatic memory for me. Yeah, of course that was the part. Oh man, I just love deep male relationships. I don't even care if they're actually literally gay. Like, meaningful male relationships are so important. I recently watched the extended trilogy and there's a lot to cry over in those movies. I know. Ash, we gotta finish Two Towers. I know I was a very sleepy beb, but we still gotta finish it. That and fucking Hanzo. If it's the last thing I do. Actually, no, I don't want the last thing I do to be Hanzo. Oh, that would be so unfortunate. But I still do want to finish that movie with you. I'll hold you to that. You better. You hold it real tight and close. I think about that movie on a daily basis, I think. Hanzo the fucking Razor. It's a new core memory. Oh man. Yeah, I'm just gonna do a little bit more work on this. And then I'm gonna pop off. I'm gonna pop the fuck off. Just kidding. But I can tell my posture is failing me. I'm getting those shoulder achies a little bit. I don't understand how this paint can look so opaque, but it goes on so thin. This is like 4 or 5 layers at this point. Oh, but Nico, I think I missed you saying which anime it was, like with the couple of anime that you do enjoy. I'm super curious. Ah! Consistent line thickness. What is it? Never heard of it. Okay. Oh nope, I forgot to answer. That's okay. No worries. Madoka Magica. Yes. I tried to get into Devilman Crybaby purely for the aesthetic, but it didn't work out. Understandable. I don't remember which iteration of Devilman I've consumed, but it's kind of intense. So I understand not being able to commit. Otherwise, I haven't messed with anything besides Junji Ito in a while. Fair. Junji Ito is... just so much respect for his level of talent. Ash is actually in the process of reading Tomie right now. Just picked it up today. The animation of the show on Netflix was exactly the kind of stuff I want, to be honest. So I was probably turned off for the exact opposite reasons. Okay, yeah, fair enough. I mean, to each their own. I didn't necessarily find it off-putting. I don't know. Do you... Not sure what you're saying, Teddy, but that's okay. You want to try again? Yeah, I kind of didn't go into Devilman with any expectations. I had just heard that it was like necessary viewing material. And I hardly even like remember anything about it. I just remember like thinking that, holy shit, this is going hard. And like it reminds me of it reminded me of another work of horror fiction, but I can't for the life of me think of what that could be right now. Um, Nico, did you ever read Junji Ito's little memoir that he illustrated about his wife's cats? I think it's called Cat Diaries of Yon and Mu. Yeah, I love stuff about cats. Hell yeah. So I was gonna say, if you haven't read it before, you definitely should. You just read it today, Ash? Hell yeah. Did you buy a copy or did you just read it at the store? Ooh, pardon me. My goodness. This is starting to look about the capacity that I wanted. I wasn't at the store, but a friend sent me the first 2 chapters online. Oh, well, there you go. I think I have it. I can't see it from here. If it is on my shelf, I can't see it from here. But if I do have a copy, you are welcome to finish it. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna leave that like that. Yeah, honestly, you're always welcome to borrow like whatever off of my shelves. I have so many books, and someone should read them. Honestly, half the reason I actually like buy books and don't just go to the library for everything is that if I own the book, I can lend it to people, and that makes me really happy. So, yeah, you're more than welcome to borrow whatever you'd like. I know you do, cutie. I wouldn't have 3 of your books on my shelf if you didn't. I really am excited for Magic Fish. I think I've told you that yeah, I did tell you. I love that artist's style. They're just mesmerizing. Little trungles. They got the best name, too. Probably shouldn't hum different songs to what's playing on the computer. Ash, have you ever made, like, song mashups? Slash, what is your opinion on song mashups? I haven't actually. I think it can be really neat and fun. The video editing involved helps with the impact of the humor. I don't think I've ever seen, like someone do a song mashup with, like, are you talking about like if the music videos are mashed up? Oh my god. Pardon me. I saw a mashup of the B-52's Rock Lobster and Slayer's Raining Blood, and they spliced together the music video performance from each band. Interesting. Yeah, that's something I've never seen before, but I I can definitely see how it would elevate the experience. Especially if, in cases like that where the vibe is just totally different. But yeah, I love mashups. There's something about it that it feels so satisfying. But yeah, I've never done one myself either. I don't think my non-existent grasp on music theory allows me to even consider what songs would sound good together. Oh, this is almost not see-through. Holy shit. Some are a bit more forced than others, but a good one is a good one. Yeah, I agree. Like, I think you can definitely tell when songs don't really fit together, but the person was like, you know what would be funny? Which, like, I guess valid, but not quite the same thing. But I feel like, I have heard Eurythmics' Sweet Dreams mashed up with just about every possible song. A lot of the time people just look for a similar BPM and time signature. That makes sense. That makes sense. Because, yeah, at that point you can just mash different ones together until, mashups, mash them together, until something works. I wonder if people have, I'm sure they have, but I want to know if there are mashups of the Stay With Me, the city pop song that everyone on TikTok is obsessed with. feel like that would be really fun to listen to. I just realized, since we were talking about the sticking your tongue out of your mouth when you're writing, that ever since I got my septum piercing, playing with it with my top lip is my new version of sticking my tongue out. I feel like I should make this one appear orange. You used to have facial piercings and that is free stimming. Yeah, absolutely. Sometimes I get frustrated with it because I'm like, I just forget that I do it. And so I do it in public all the time, and I'm like, do people think that I have problems? I mean, I do, but, but I guess I've always been, the kind of person to make weird faces in public without realizing it, so... What's another weird thing that I can just add to the pile, right? What's one more? It's fine. What kind of piercings did you have, if I may ask? If you don't want to talk about it, that's fine too. I'm also curious, like, if you want to talk about it, why you don't have them anymore. Because the only piercings that I've taken out are ones that got, like they never healed right, or they kept getting infected, because I have really sensitive skin. Piercings don't always heal very well on me. I had my septum and snake bites. Tongue piercing, earlobes, and industrial. I just took them out when I got an office job. Oh, yeah, that makes sense. It's not really the typical office vibe. I feel like some places are becoming more lenient about stuff like that. Like, I've been seeing more and more people not shedding their, like, alt fashion sense for office jobs and the like. I really hope that becomes more of a standard, because I really don't see what's so unprofessional about having facial piercings. Like, what's the big deal? Who is it hurting? Besides old people who care way too much about what other people look like. I do hope it becomes the standard too. Yeah, that would be nice. I can't imagine not having the piercings that I have now. Like, I also have my tongue pierced. And it was a lot to get used to, like, always having something in my mouth. But, now it would be weird to not have something there. Like, when I had a bar in that was too short for a while, it would, pop apart a lot, and, like, the piercing would fall out. And I would feel so, like, empty on the inside when it fell out. It would just be so weird. It feels wrong when you don't have them, for sure. Yeah. I think the only one, like, if I had to give up one of my piercings, like someone put a gun to my head and was like, get rid of one, you must. Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, it's between two. Pardon me. Because besides my lobe piercings, I have 2 other ear piercings. Let me show. So I think I'm pretty much done painting for now. I've got the tragus and the conch, I think is what that's called. And it's such a pain in the butt to like sleep on this side, because it'll like hit my cartilage and everything. I honestly should probably just buy different jewelry for that piercing, but I've had this one in for 7 years now? Yeah, 7 years. Holy shit. So yeah, I guess I've, from habit, always just kept this one in. Ooh, I've always wanted more ear piercings. I can't recommend the industrial for similar reasons. Maybe cartilage is just uncomfortable. Yeah. Industrial was actually one of the ones that I got, but just didn't want to cooperate. You might be able to like see the old holes, kinda. But yeah, that was just one that it just wanted to be infected perpetually, and so I said, fine, fuck you. Hurts so bad and took so long to heal. I know. I was honestly pissed when I had to give up on mine, because I was like, this is the only piercing that you get pierced twice for. I guess unless you count nipple piercings too, but okay, I think I was too, because I knew I wasn't gonna do that again. Yup. Same with my tongue. Like, I absolutely love my tongue piercing now that I have it, but the healing process was such bullshit that if it ever comes out and heals up, that's just how it's gonna be. because eating like applesauce exclusively for a week gets fucking old. Okay. But yeah, I think I've reached the point where I must bid you all good night. Reminder to stretch if you haven't recently. And drink some water if you haven't recently. Thank you, Nico. I'm so glad that you've been able to come to so many of these so far. I hope you have a good night, too. And, good night to the various lurkers. I appreciate y'all's presence, too, even if you don't say anything. Alright. I don't know if I'll be back tomorrow, but I'll be back at some point. Hopefully with less fluff in my hair. Alright. Peace.